Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to no-clip and basically walk through any walls in any Halo game. So this actually came up with a little interesting experiment with Sergeant Johnson. You may have noticed that Sergeant Johnson, during the boss fight against Tartarus, he can't be moved. Like, he won't budge when you hit him. And that's because he has a special biped, it's called Marine Massive, that, it has such a high mass of 80,000 that you can't move it normally, not without a lot of force. So my friend the Shark suggested, what if I used these high mass bipeds to block the train on Terminal to see if it could stop the train. Well, it did not stop the train, but when I applied it to myself, I did notice that I actually phased through the floor and the walls. So to do this yourself, just open the map you want to mod in Assembly. We'll be using the map Spire on Halo Reach for this example. So once you open the map, in the left side, expand your biped section and select the biped that you want to make, NoClip. So whether it could be your Spartan, or in this case, we'll be using the Forge monitor on Halo Reach, because that is actually probably the best use for this. So just select what you want. If you want to make your Spartan NoClip instead, then select Spartans instead, or a multiplayer Spartan, depending on the game you're on. So your screen should look like this now once you selected your biped. On the right side, you have all the properties of your biped. What you want to do is scroll all the way down to the physics section. It's kind of in the middle, bottom-ish. And in here, you want to go to that box in the middle-ish that says mass. And you want to change it to the value inside to 1e plus 20, which is basically 10 to the 20th power, I think. But yeah, just change it to that. And after that, go back to the left side with all the options, all the tags, and then go to HLMT and select the HLMT of whatever you were just editing. So the same thing as the biped, in this case, the Forge monitor. And again, your screen should look like this with your HLMT selected. And you want to scroll all the way down to Omaha Damage Info, if you're on Halo Reach or newer. If you're on Halo 3 or older, just go to New Damage Info. And there'll be like a box near the top that says Flags, and you want to check the box that says Cannot Die from Damage. This is very important. I mean, it's technically optional, but it will make your life a lot easier. After that, you can either click Save if you want to change to be permanent, or Poke if you're on the PC version, or if you have it set up on your modded 360. But Save might be a little easier in some cases, but it all depends. Anyways, assuming everything worked, all you need to do is just simply go in game, and depending on whatever biped you chose to make NoClip, you could just simply walk through objects. Such as on Halo 3 on the Storm, I made Master Chief NoClip, and I could walk inside this building and pick up the secret assault rifle on OG Halo 3, which I've already, explained what it was. It is definitely not a scarab gun, as, some people used to think back in the day. But yeah, you could, explore secret areas now. However, like I said earlier, we use the Forge monitor as our example. Because with Forge, it actually works the best because you can fly around. You don't have to keep jumping around. Because if you use it on like a actual player biped, like a Spartan or an Elite, you have to keep jumping on the ground. Otherwise, if you stand still for too long, you'll just fall through the ground. Or if you jump and don't jump again, you will also fall through the ground and get stuck underneath the map. But anyways, in Forge, it's basically like a free camera, like a NoClip dev camera. You can fly through the entire map, fly anywhere you want. And you could see, a lot of secret stuff hidden on the map, such as the air vents down there. Those little green things are what's powering the air vents on Sandtrap. Now, one limitation of this method to NoClip, this is not like, it's not true NoClip. It's kind of like a hacky way of making NoClip. But, if you don't have any of the, like, trainers, not every Halo game has trainers that can make you NoClip. If you don't have that, this is probably the best way. But you can't fly through barriers, invisible barriers. That is one of the limitations of this, but in a future video, I can do like a tutorial about how to remove barriers on the map. It's very simple, and it takes like a minute to remove the barriers. And another thing is you can't pass through objects with normal physics, such as vehicles or like crates and stuff. You'll just like cause them to like fling away because of your high mass. Now, let's go to Halo Reach and see some other interesting things you can do with this. Just on the map, this is actually the map that we just did in the example near the beginning of the video, the map Spire. If you no-clip underneath the map, you'll notice there's like a little secret box underneath. And inside the box, there's actually some space in there, and even like little hidden Forge object in there. a safe area boundary or whatever like that. But I might do a future video covering that specifically. But for now, I'm just showing you guys a few examples of what you can do with NoClip and where you can go. Because, like I said, you can find some secret things hidden on the maps, or you could even go into secret rooms. All this you could do without NoClipping. You could, use theater mode and use pan cam to get inside and stuff like that. But with NoClip, you can actually, physically go inside, and you can, have more control over that versus just using a simple camera. And oftentimes, using pan cam, sometimes it could be a little tricky to get your camera to phase through or clip through the wall. Whereas in this case, setting your mask to be super high like that just pretty much makes all the physical walls and stuff on a map paper thin, essentially. Or really just like air. You just like pass right through. You don't need to do like any crazy tricks. And, this works with any version of Halo, including the PC versions. The only thing is that on Halo 2, you actually don't need to set the mask that high. Around 8 billion for your mask is fine, but anything newer than Halo 2, you need a really high number, which is 10 to the 20th power, 1E plus 20. But yeah, so there you guys have it. That's easy way to NoClip on any Halo game. You don't need any trainers or stuff like that. Of course, if you have a trainer, you feel free to use that, but this is an easy way to do it, and it gives you more flexibility as well. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you found it to be interesting and helpful, make sure to leave a like. Leave thoughts and comments. If you have any questions or stuff like that, just let me know, and I'll do my best to answer it or look into it. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.